Yo. 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 Yeah. Check me out, you can't compare to what you can't hear, so don't stare because it's right there. You can't think about the pairings, I'm not talking cutting carrots, I'm just talking what you embarrassed about, you really just comparing yourself to those without, and not within, many options for you to inhabit, yo, I'm just over here just trying to break these bad habits, yeah, and I'll be looking into my scars and my past, and I don't give a fuck if you give a fuck about what you asked for, cause the gas and coming out of my exhaust, making me pass you on the track or whatever, whatnot. Whatever he got is really all he has, so he gives a fuck about the past, yo. And everything that burns up in the dust, yo, it turns up to the atmospheres, now we're rugging up the crust, break it up like excavations, not trying to save the nation, just trying to spin around the globe, maybe to China, maybe to the North Pole, I don't really know what you want, but I gotta remind you what you're not, yo, cause every thought that comes through the brain is tied in knots, when you look at it all stretched out, the shit maybe stretches across the galaxies, and now I'll just be finding that this life is not a fallacy, that maybe it's true, and maybe you could do something with that piece of information, and maybe not, I'll just put it on the table, then I'm out, and you got like 10 seconds to make it happen or not, and who is he, try to knock on the door or whatnot, and who are you, and who would you be, if you could choose, would you be you, or someone else, and that's up for you to choose, and so, the life is, what you make it, so I can't come and ignite this, lighter for you to smoke something down, the dust all around you is making you look like a clown, but, yo, I love what I do, and I love who I am, so man, I got a great view, of what it's supposed to be, and I ain't counting no rosaries, but maybe I should, because I got toes for my feet, count 10 of them, if I lost 2, that'd be 8, I'm over here just trying to be great, looking through the grate of a manhole, into the sewer, who was he last year, I don't even know, you sitting on a skewer, like a piece of meat, and you was colored pure, like a trophy that you had, and I'm asking about your dad and your mom, I hope they're doing good back in the day, we would chill on the lawn and just look at the lake.
This is a homage beat.
I'm really trying to get some old school shit, man. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. 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 I'm talking about the iridescence, young tax collector looking back at the lessons that he had and checking these accounts. I'm impressing all of these stamps into your faces, until you do what I want, till you run in my races. Put that fucking number on your back and run as far as you can go until you hit the dust. Then don't look back, because I'm here with a gun, just waiting for you to fuck up. Cause I'm the one and you the two. The government was looking at you, just asking what you doing, not staring at the tube. I think you're staring at the knots in your brains until you turn to a piece of rain. Yo, now you're falling from the sky, now it's very strange, because you've turned to a piece of atmospheric condensation. I'm not trying to say anything that you don't know, just trying to remind you of the shit inside your brain, cause it's so low, into the subconscious. You have to ask yourself if you've been conscious or not. Yo, I think you really have to remember what life's all about. You can't really lend her a minute of your time if she ain't worth it. I think you better get back to yours and I'll be burning. Yo, I'm burning shit at both ends of the candle. This ain't romantic, just me holding the handle of a piece of soup that you wanted. Put it in your throat, it's too hot, but you still swallow, yo, you swallow whatever I give you. Cause young medicine, young doctor, and I'm about to begin with the shit that you can't not listen to. Because it's just for you, it's not for you to fucking argue with the bristle on the bone. Yo, I'm over here just trying to go home. I'm trying to get out of my zone. I'm trying to get back in it though. It's a little hot, it's a minute though. Maybe an hour or less. Yo, I'm trying to play chess, not checkers. Yo, 10 moves ahead, and I'm always writing letters in my head. Yeah, and now I let them out, and they go into your head like lead. Now when you're dead, now you're on the pavement and you bled. Yo, young past tense, and he got the checks in his account. Yo, I'm really trying to count like Duke. Yo, whatever's here, I'm a blue devil, and you know that you gotta shoot. You looking disheveled, cause you came out of the chute in the ladder. Yo, you tried to climb up, but I'm talking about what happened after. Yo, you fell into the dust, but still looking dapper. Man, I'm clapping for you, cause you got the clutch on the back of the gator. Yo, in the Florida swamps, just trying to vote for Ralph Nader. Yo, young, independent, green party. I've been with the libertarians, trying to change the game. Yo, what's up to Hardee's? Shit went out of the game in 1996, but it's not been the same ever since, and the drain's still full. So you gotta ask when the plumber's coming through. Yo, we living a life that's really sold out to this machine. I'm not trying to make the shit mechanized, but the dream was supposed to be in the natural happenstance. Now we asking what even happened to the dance that we was running through. The lights went out, and now we all just running like we fucking light went out. And you realize yo, jazz is the fundamental lesson of the instrumental universe. It just spins around, I can't impress a verse into your brains if you ain't heard the nouns and the purse. And take it out, look it like change. I throw it on the pavement, it makes a clattering sound, and people sprint for it cause they haven't got it out of the brain that they're really in charge of the lesson, and they running around in the rain. The shit was acid, coming after the strange. Young cruise on the road, we're looking very rude. I don't give a fuck if I'm about to explode or really staying nude. Standing here with no clothes on, but now we gotta move on, cause I'm not frozen. And the dawn really just approaches. No matter what you do, you better smoke them roaches down, and the dust fills up. The skies was filled with marijuana dust, and you look up to the sun, and it looks like it was blotted out. The pen of the ink of God was just spilling out, and now you're questioning everything that you know, cause you never had a home, and you're feeling like a gnome, and it's out. No doubt though, I can't even route those. Which way on the Google Maps did you question? You haven't lived on your own way in years, cause you had to stay on the roads, cause that's just how it happens in these years. Many years past the millennium, we still asking who's pretending with the motivation. I guess the Mayans were ending the world, but across the ocean they still fucking pacing it. Yeah, I ain't asking what's really devoted to. I'm asking if you got a paddle in the canoe. Which way down the stream of life did you ask to go? This way or that? I don't even know, but it's not my place to really question those things. I'm just looking silly at the mirror, and then down to my ring of power. Yes, every time that I devour the sour, I'm feeling in my brain like I got Matt Lauer on the TV, acting very strange, and now I need eat. But I'm always on my knees praying to God, and whatever He gives me, it's alright, because one day we're leaving the earth and heading up to the stars. Yo, who's in charge in that world? I don't really know, but maybe you should ask, or maybe not, because you won't know, because it's not possible to. So maybe you believe in this or that, the one or the two, or maybe the three. I'm trying to run with the beat, just on the pavement trying to skeet, scatter this way like an insect coming into your ear. But guess what? It don't matter. You don't even have to cheer or not or boo. Yo, I'm out with the food, shitting into the toilet. That's just the way that it goes. You can't ignore it, and if it's annoying, then turn it off. I'm not here to turn you on. I'm just here to get the thoughts onto the pavement of the page. We run them down and we run them over till they very flat, and it's all these days are very hot. I'm sweating, it's coming off my brow, and it's cool or not. Yo, the conditioning of the air was what I was thinking about. Now I'm conditioning myself on the track, run around it 100 fucking times, and then I ask what it's for. I'm just pounding my feet into the asphalt. Now I'm asking what the fucking world's about. Yo, because there's nothing to think about when you in that state of mind. I'm in the spate of the world, got the spit flying out of his mouth onto the mic, and that's what it's all about, the interface with life. You gotta ask really what happened when the sky was blue and it fucking rained. Now you asking who are you to change the weather? Well, maybe you had a scepter in your hand one time and you could really just turn it off or not. And did you remind yourself that if you asked for the rain, then it came and it poured? They danced for it. Are you bored or not? I'm over here just trying to send a couple thoughts. Yo, I guess that's the theme of this shit. Now I'm dreaming with this shit like we're talking to FEMA and shit. Young hurricane, always coming over the keys and shit, and now we strange. Looking at it, yo, like an average kid, but much more, cause he always is. He got a lot of things to do next week. Now we back to this time and space. I'm just trying to rhyme with the pace. Yeah, I got the soft flavor coming out of my mouth. Yo, I think that I'm running down to the south. Which pole do you like? With the penguins or the ones with the polar bears? And wish they had both there. Maybe the aliens are living inside of the earth, and maybe they bailing in. Maybe they just living inside of your mind, and your perception was not what you thought. I've been asking a lot of God. And maybe I'm asking too much of myself and not giving enough to the tuna in the sea and the sky. The young tuna in the sky. And when the whales approach the fucking stars, you can actually let your jaw hit the ground, cause it was true. They spin around Saturn with the view of the gods. Yo, and if a cetacean asked you what the fucking vibration was about, you'd really be thinking it was a dream or a trip, because I'm not somewhere in between. You somewhere in between God and the animals. Gave you something with the mammalian impression of a brain. You think that you're not a god, but maybe you're just the same. Maybe you're just a stain on the world, because you're not supposed to be here. I don't even know if we gon' be cheering one day or not at the human experiment. Everything we experiencing really has a price to pay, so that's what it's all about. Do you wanna lay on a bed and stare at the ceiling again when the fan spins around and blows? I don't know if the fucking storm comes or goes, but it always seems to be here. Every fucking second that you're drinking all that shit down, will you hear or not, because your ears were clogged? Yo, I'm just sitting here on a log in the middle of the forest, looking at the swamp, looking at the carbon deposit, the coniferous trees were waving in the breeze. Now I'm just trying to ask you if you ever seen the cheese on the moon or in your bank account. I'm asking, please tell me, which one should we dream of? Which one did you get? Which one did you leave? Cultures, appropriations of belief. Yo, I think we had to sneeze and let it out. God bless you, because the devil's getting out. And now we letting it out. Now we letting it down, because the light was fucking bleeding down on the people of the planet. We really asking for you just to planet in a world that you can't, so it was impossible. These tasks are just asked of us because we're not doing the impossible. Young human experience, even though I'm believing in it, yes, I'm the teariest. Crying out for every human on the planet now, cause all of your dreams is dashed no matter what you do. Even if you climb to the top, you looking at the view and you like, this isn't what I thought it would be. So apologies to every fucking person on this earth, because it's not what we thought. We're going back to the dirt, right? Yes, so the only thing you can do, live in the moment. Now you're looking at those who can do whatever they want. You realize they're just like you. They're looking at the world in the view, but it's okay, that's just a clue for you to think about. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck, no doubt. Yeah, that's all we had to say. It puts the mic down, because